Was really close. So we want the stirrups supported on the entire foot. The biggest thing I'm going to change with you, and it's just a slight difference, we want your toe a little straighter. So you can either think toe straight or spur off. Because if you look straight down your leg, like look at your thigh, like watch what happens when I have your foot out. You lose all that contact with your thigh on the saddle, and the only contact you have on your horse is right here. If we put your toes straight, your knee's laying against the saddle, not pinching, but your entire thigh is in contact with the saddle, and that's your security right there. That, and then your heel's going to be down, but we're not going to shove it down. It's just going to be nice and soft. So we're going to have both legs like that, and then stand up for me. It's a lot more stable. All right, have a seat, good. And then I'll show you something with your hands too, with the upper body. So I'm going to take your right hand. And you know how a lot of people like to ride with flat hands, like puppy dog hands, like piano hands, whatever you want to call them. So if your hands are like that and your arm's kind of in front of you, like I could probably pull you off the horse, right? All right, so let's get your thumb a little bit on top. And now put your elbow on your side. Elbow on the side. You could probably pull me up there if you wanted. Now let your elbow go a little bit and kind of put a little tension on your arm. And then as I roll her hand over, just watch what happens to her upper body. See how she, as soon as her hand rolls over, there's a certain point where that happens. When these two knuckles right here, your thumb and your index finger, when they become level is the point where you go forward in your position. So when you're riding now in dressage, we want the thumb on top. In jumping, it's a little harder to follow the motion of the jump if the thumb's like completely on top. So we'll be a little bit turned in, but not flat. And also too, when your hands are flat, then your elbows stick out, your chest rolls over and collapses, and you, actually we measured it, it adds about 22 pounds to the forehand of the horse. And especially when you're jumping, they need to use the front of their body, they have to use their forehand, so they've got to be able to shift the weight back. So if we're adding more weight to the front when they need to be freeing that up to jump, we're making their job harder. So we need to make sure that our hands aren't flat when we jump, so we make their job a little easier. But also too, this helps keep our upper body more open, and it's more stable. Once the elbow starts going in front of you too much, it's harder to, you know, they say like core, it's all about core strength or whatever. I mean, a little bit it is, but not as much as they say, because if it were, everyone would have six-packs that rides, and I mean, I don't have one. I don't know if anyone has a six-pack that rides. I don't. And then I see these tiny little women ride these huge warm bloods, right? Little bitty women. It's not a strength thing. I mean, just a little bit it is. It's more alignment. If everything's lined up, it's going to work better. It's going to be stronger. So your elbows kind of support your core so it can work better and it's stronger. But once the elbow starts going and the hand rolls over, it's very easy to pull someone off the horse or have them fall off the horse.